Texas Memorial Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. This running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Taylor wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Wants to throw on first. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab inside the 30. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. And he's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Straight ahead, it's Smothers. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
Turns it upfield. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. After using it. We want 2 left for them to spend. Down a touchdown right out of the chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting on 4th down from their own territory. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Arch Madness fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Wingo. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To the air. It's Manning. Finds a spot in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention the running backs when you bring in 2 who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's Arch to throw. Makes the catch. It's Smothers.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a gap. It's Smothers. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Snap. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to...
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about those running backs in their running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. To the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll ride him again. Got enough for the first down. There he goes. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. And the Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Going to the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think goes a long way in who wins this one.
Taylor wants to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. Specifically on this drive.
Looking to throw for it. And the third.
Right, they came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Drops back on first down. Look out! Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They'll run it. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Taylor wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Knocked down immediately. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down.
and the short field goals are a lot harder to block because they get up high in the air, but nice job by the kick block unit getting in there, getting their hands up, and blocking them a field goal, baby.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Arch is going to throw for it. Out wide right, it's Lockett. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
A strike downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Looks as if he's going to run it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Sets his feet. It's Manning. Catch in the middle. It's Lockett. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Longhorns come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Fresh center downs going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Oh, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Past the 30, the 20. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Texas!
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Sells the run, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Colorado taking on the number 20 team, the Kansas State Wildcats.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Runs ahead and powers its way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop, you move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Taylor wants to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any conclusions.
We're losing. We got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off and make some plays for this offense.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Trying to make one miss. Bust through behind his pad. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. And everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, man, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
On first down, here comes this offense. With the catch, it's Townsend. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Manning. Out wide left, it's Lockett. Makes a grab and room to run. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Manning with a play fake. He's got his man across the middle. Touchdown Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. There's no question this team is reeling, down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Upstairs to make the catch. Ripped past midfield, finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Motion from the back. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Still looking. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Rush right in his face. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Smothers. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
2nd and long here. Manning. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Taylor wants to throw it. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Turning it on. And with the pick 6. Touchdown, Texas. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better.